Welcome to the Florida FAFSA Challenge Site Coordinator Virtual Training. First and foremost, FCAN would like to thank Cornerstone funder Helios Education Foundation for their generous support of the College Ready Florida initiatives. In this training, we will discuss FCAN's Florida FAFSA Challenge, what it is, recognition opportunities, and making the most of the FAFSA Challenge with FCAN and partner resources. So let's get started. Completing a FAFSA is the most important step to making college affordable, yet students leave $100 million on the table by not completing the FAFSA each year, money they would have qualified for had they completed the form. For many students, this can keep them from attending college. FAFSA completion is one of the best indicators of whether a student will attend college. The students who would most benefit are often the ones who don't complete it. That's why it is so important we help more students know the importance of completing the FAFSA and helping them do so. Like a lot of other areas impacting students, the pandemic has had a significant impact on FAFSA completion. That is why we need your help. Florida is fifth in the nation in terms of the number of students who qualify for need-based Pell Grants, and yet we are 32nd in the nation in terms of FAFSA completion. This can have long-term earning consequences for students who postpone their education beyond high school. So what is the Florida FAFSA Challenge? The Florida FAFSA Challenge is a friendly competition that encourages schools, districts, and communities to provide encouragement and support as students complete their FAFSA. The goal of the Florida FAFSA Challenge is to increase the proportion of high school students that complete a FAFSA. The challenge asks schools and districts to increase their FAFSA completion rate by 5 percentage points or more than last year, or a goal that fits your school or district. There are recognition opportunities for schools and districts that are making significant strides in FAFSA completion. The three recognition categories of the FAFSA Challenge are MVP, Most Improved, and FAFSA Champions. All schools and districts who reach their 5% goal will be recognized as a FAFSA champion. MVP is for those schools and districts with the highest overall rates of FAFSA completion. Most Improved is for those with the highest increase in FAFSA completion over the previous year. At the end of the challenge, the highest performing schools and districts will receive very special recognition from FCAN. The school with the highest overall rates of FAFSA completion and those that are most improved in each of the small, medium, and large school categories and small and large district categories will receive a trophy. Representatives of these schools and districts are honored at the annual FCAN Summit in the spring, where they are presented with their trophies on stage at the awards ceremony. Each school and district that meets the goal of increasing their FAFSA completion rate by 5 percentage points over last year's completion will receive a certificate recognizing them as a FAFSA champion. This is signed by the FCAN Executive Director along with a letter congratulating them on their great efforts during the FAFSA Challenge. They are also recognized on social media with badges for schools and districts to display and share this accomplishment virtually. The challenge season runs from October 1st when the new FAFSA becomes available through April 1st. This end date is to encourage early completion of the FAFSA and meet any priority deadlines. As some financial aid is awarded on a first come, first served basis, we want to encourage students to complete the FAFSA as close to October 1st as possible. There are several resources to support you in making the most of the Florida FAFSA Challenge. We have the First Look FAFSA completion dashboard. You can think of this as the fall dashboard. This dashboard only lists schools and their FAFSA completion numbers since the application opened on October 1st. When looking at this dashboard, you will not see your progress towards your FAFSA completion goal or what category your school and district fall under pertaining to the overall FAFSA challenge. You will only see how many FAFSAs have been completed. This dashboard also compares these FAFSA completion numbers to last year's completion numbers at the same point, so you can see if you're ahead or where you were at the same point last year. The full FAFSA Challenge dashboard is typically published in January and updated weekly so you can keep track of your progress. This dashboard has 9 different filters for you to compare your school and district to others that are similar to yours. This dashboard also calculates your FAFSA completion goal for you with the little black lines on the bar graph. Once you find your school in the dashboard, you can click on the green bar next to it, which will take you to the school detail view. On this detailed page, you will see your school or district's data for the current FAFSA cycle and compared to last year's. You can track the total estimated amount of Pell Grants earned by FAFSA completers at your school or in the district. In this example, you can see that Citrus County earned over $1 million in Pell Grants for the students who completed the FAFSA as of August 8th, 2021. That's $1 million that they did not need to raise locally to develop their local talent. Also notice the number of FAFSAs submitted versus completed. Some FAFSAs are submitted with errors. Your counselors and community volunteers can work one-on-one with students to complete the FAFSA so this does not happen. We encourage all school districts to complete a data sharing agreement with the Florida Department of Education so that your school can gain access to student-level FAFSA completion information. The contact at the Florida Department of Education is on this slide, and you can contact him if you are interested in the data sharing agreement. In assisting students and families to complete the FAFSA, these are the top mistakes made on the FAFSA to keep an eye out for, and some reasons why a student's FAFSA may be considered but not complete. As you can see, some of these common mistakes are easy to avoid, such as missing signatures, incomplete income, or an incorrect parent social security number. For those with a competitive spirit, FCAN publishes and updates a leaderboard with the top 5 performing schools and districts in each category of the MVP and most improved beginning in January when the full FAFSA challenge dashboard is published throughout the end of the challenge. Most schools participating in the challenge hold FAFSA financial aid events where students and parents can get help completing a FAFSA from financial aid experts. Connect with your local state college or university to speak and assist at your event. With COVID, many schools and districts found virtual FAFSA completion events effective in reaching families where they were. For in-person events, invite elected officials and the media if this is allowed. This helps share a positive story of your school that elected officials can align with, helps leaders understand the hurdles and challenges students are facing now, also helps build a college-going culture in your community, and potentially garner more community support. Take pictures if you can. You can also use them to promote the event the following year, help volunteers visualize their roles, use them to seek donations or in district media coverage. You can also use this to help parents learn more about supports available for their children. FCAN is here to help by creating and sharing many useful resources around paying for college. You can find and register for the College Ready Florida initiatives on the FCAN website at floridacollegeaccess.org/initiatives. We encourage you to register for the FAFSA Challenge to access all the free resources we offer, including our new FAFSA Finish stickers, which you can order when you register. We are constantly adding new helpful resources to these pages, so if you see a need for a student or parent handout, please let us know and we will try to assist. If you register to participate in any of the initiatives, you can get free stuff such as stickers, any new promotional items. You can participate in any of the initiatives. We also send weekly tips and strategies to keep the momentum going through the College Ready Florida Coordinator mailing list. We'll also keep you up to date on new resources we create and other great resources we find around us that can also help you. Here are some of the FAFSA Challenge resources that FCAN provides, such as the FAFSA Challenge Toolkit. This helps with the planning of your challenge events. There are numerous handouts that you can share with students and parents, such as top FAFSA mistakes students make, FAFSA verification, what to do when you are selected for verification, top 5 reasons to complete a FAFSA. Also, our webinar that focuses on helping students understand how to pay for college. FCAN provides supports and resources to help you plan and implement each of the College Ready Florida initiatives at your school. Site coordinator guides are available for each initiative and include timelines and checklists for planning your events and suggested activities and templates. Student and parent resources are also available in English and Spanish, a select few also in Haitian Creole. We also offer technical assistance for outreach to businesses, such as letters and transcripts, and volunteer recruitment training materials. All coordinator guides and other resources are available on the FCAN website. Stickers also must be requested through registration. Also, some new resources that we have created this year. Here we have our top 5 reasons to complete the FAFSA. So utilizing financial aid is the norm in paying for college. Over 80% of Florida college students use some combination of federal, state, and college-based aid, and the way to access that money is by completing a FAFSA. We've created a one-pager you can share with students and families to help them understand the importance of completing the FAFSA. We've also created a short digital animation video that you can share on social media. Follow FCAN on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and share with your families and students. Paying for college is always a concern for families. It can be confusing to understand the ways to pay for college. FCAN has created this handout to address the main umbrellas of funding a students' college dreams. To reduce confusion, it's helpful to share with students and their families that there are 3 main resources of funding for college. 1, family funds, such as savings and earnings from work. 2, financial aid from federal, state, and school-based sources. And lastly, gap funding, often scholarships from sources outside of the school. This can also be a way to help students map out which sources of funding to pursue. Another way to utilize this handout is for early awareness. Share this with underclassmen and their families to start preparing early for how they will pay for college. Scholarships can be found at all levels, including through the school that the student plans to attend, through employers, through the state, or even national resources. But one of the best sources outside of the college or career technical school a student plans to attend is the student's local community. Communities are invested in supporting their students and seeing them succeed. FCAN has started a compilation on our website with links to local community and education foundations and scholarship portals from across the state. If you know of others that we do not have listed, please send them to us and we will gladly add them to our website where we see fit. Lastly, to help students keep track of everything, one of our partners, Champions for Learning in Collier County, has graciously shared this resource with us that their local students use to keep track of their college applications and organize scholarships that they have or intend to apply to, as well as any criteria and materials they need for those applications and the status of their applications. This is available on our Apply Yourself Florida webpage. In conclusion, we invite you to register for your school today to take the Florida FAFSA Challenge. You can find out more information and register at floridacollegeaccess.org/initiatives. And please reach out with any questions and share your success stories. To stay in the know about upcoming webinars and other helpful resources, please sign up for email updates on our website at floridacollegeaccess.org/subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And thank you for being part of the movement to ensure that today's students are prepared for tomorrow's jobs.